Welcome to another episode of Opposing Cylinders, and we are near Nashville area with Speed and Design Gil.
Yes, you're here. You made it again through the snow.
Now, we just made a big announcement. If you watched the previous episode, you know what we just announced. If you didn't, check out the previous episode. It should be up here in the corner. Kyle's going to put it there. Check out the big announcement for our big trip, our road tour. We want you to join. It is a limited number amount. But in this episode, we wanted to do a quick shop tour. You got too much here for us not to show.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot here now. And then we do have Kyle behind the camera today, which is kind of cool.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. So we want to give a quick tour in the new shop, but I want you to specifically take us in the old shop, and I want you to share a little bit more about the sedan, because that's really undergone an entirely complete, basically rebuild almost.
Major surgery on that car. Yeah, we'll go through that and let you kind of take a look at that and get it ready for the gathering and hot rod of the year and all the cool stuff, so we can kind of cruise. Obviously the yellow truck, it's still here.
Road tour truck.
Road tour truck again this year, so we'll do that.
And you've completely gone through this truck as well. That's why it's so road trip worthy.
Yeah, this truck, when I first got it, it had, just like any other car, had the same problems as every car is gonna have. And it was a lot of things that weren't to my liking. So Braxton and I, we completely just gutted the whole thing. And I think we filled, I think it was like 80 or 90 holes in the firewall that it had. This is a really cool truck though. This truck has been around Southern California it was forever. I mean, I think I am the second owner on this truck. The first owner, it got burned on the grapevine and started fire, and the electrical went up and they kind of put it away for a while. And the second guy that got it, he was a painter that painted the truck. So once I got it, he said, hey man, I didn't really do a lot of stuff to that truck, so can you make it better? And we did. We put the new motor, new transmission. It's got the new rear end. It's got AC. It's got fuel injection. It's got all the cool stuff.
Cruise control. Did you do a front clip or anything? New suspension?
We did actually. It's a Scott's Hot Rod front clip in it.
They're a vendor partner, so you can get discounts with Scott's Hot Rods through OpposingCylinders.com. Yeah.
It's got vintage air. You know, upholstery's not complete, of course. Why would it be? I'm too busy working on everybody else's stuff. So with that being said, I mean, this thing is really roadworthy. I think now I have 38,000 miles on the truck, and I think I got it out. I mean, once we put the motor in 2022, when we took the trip, I think I had only had the motor in like a week, and we took that trip out there, and it didn't give us a lick of problems.
We did 4,500 miles in 9 different states. I think it was 9 different, I don't know. I think it was 9 states.
9 or 10 different states. I mean, we went everywhere.
And we weren't going, we were going the speed limit. We were running the perfect speed limit.
Sometimes we were, sometimes we weren't.
But road trip, you got to join us if you want to do a big road trip with us. So now the rest of these, Gil, are customers' cars. These are except one, right?
Yeah, except the one on the end over there. These are all customers' cars that we're working on. That Bronco over there, that's place out of here in Nashville. It's Milestone Paint and Body. Really cool Bronco that they're building. This green car here is my buddy old Ben Smithson here. He's Smithson Speed and Engineering, building some really cool hot rods over there. Milestone is doing some amazing stuff there too.
Now where's Milestone located? Are they Nashville area? Or?
He's in Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
Okay. So not too far away.
He's not too far away, no.
Ben's in Murfreesboro.
Ben's in Murfreesboro, yes.
And Ben has worked on our old blue OBS truck.
Yes.
Ben, I don't know if I've met
I don't think you've met him.
But that thing's super nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I mean, it's got a really cool paint. They've been working on that thing for quite a while.
But Ben does great. Ben Smithson Speed, Murfreesboro, again, they work for us, and great guys.
Yeah, he's just a good guy, yeah. The car on this side here is Mr. James Otto's car. You may have heard of him. He's a country singer. He's in Nashville area. Really great country singer, really good guy. We're trying to help him finish the interior on this thing. He wants to drive the heck out of this. He had, I think, this same car in high school, and he found another one, which he's finishing up now, and he's hopefully he's getting to the end of it. So we're doing the interior in it, kind of putting a new top on that thing and getting it all going. This is a guy out of, he's out of by the Goodlettsville area. I think Hendersonville, actually, he's in. Troy Miller, he's got this cool little truck here. Tried to buy this truck from him a few times, but yeah, he just doesn't want to part with that thing. It's really cool. I mean, if you check out the cool stuff on the side of the door there, it's actually pretty neat. We've doing a new seat in there, doing a couple interior things. This car here, this one right, this 35 Ford here is, that's Michael Driscoll's, 3rd gen auto. This guy has some of the coolest cars. We've been to his place, I think, a few times.
Very cool place.
And Michael is just a really good guy. I mean, check out all his stuff on 3rd gen auto. He's got the parts. If you need any of the parts for any of these cars, he's got them.
Go back probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. We have an episode, I think, from there.
I think so.
We did a tour stop.
Yeah. Michael's a really good guy. So this one, it's one of the ones that I can't get completed, I think, because I've been working on that 34 so much. But I'd like to get this one done here and maybe take a road trip on this one to Bonneville. Maybe next year, maybe not. But we've got to get Kevin's car done first.
Which, the 5-window.
Yeah, he's got the 5-window.
So Gil is going to do the 5-window interior. You did a lot of the 413. You did the Blue Roadster.
Right. Which the Blue Roadster is gone.
It is now left the building and is on its way to southern France. France. So our old Roadster. So Gil had it in here for a while, but
I had it in here for quite a while. Yeah, I became really good friends with the owner, Terry, and we kind of kept it in here and took care of it for him, and he sent it off to France.
Yeah.
So we'll get back into the next shop now. And
I want you to check out the 34 sedan because it's a really special car as well. Gil's done a ton, basically gone through the whole car like the truck. But let's take a step into the next building.
Let's do it.
So we're inside shop 2, and one of the cars I really wanted to show. Some of you may have seen this car before. How long has this car actually been done?
I think it got finished in 2012 or 2013, something like that, and then went to Detroit in 2014 or 15, and then came out in Street Rider magazine in 2015, and it's never been seen since that. Well, a few different people have owned it.
Yeah.
Over the time.
But it wasn't out a ton.
It wasn't out a ton. No, I mean, like I said, I don't think very many people saw it, and then they know the car. A lot of people know the car, but now we've done a lot of different things, and it's a whole different car than what it was when we got it. When I got it, it just needed a bunch of other things. I mean, it was the body and everything was done by a guy named Kurt Henning. I got to talk to the guy, and when he first built the car, he said he had his heart and soul into the car. He loved the car. The car was super cool to him, but he just didn't. He built it with a lot of retro stuff, a lot of, he wasn't going to drive it long distances, I don't think. And my plan for it is to drive it like I drive the truck and put serious miles on it. The one thing that I did do, the first thing that we took care of was we cut that grill. That grill was a normal grill, but it was maybe, I think, like 1.5 inches off the ground. Every time I went somewhere, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't hit this grill. So
kind of made it a little bit more proportionate to the front end.
It made it proportionate to the front end. I never really liked that grill sticking out there. Kind of looked a little bit weird to me. So I've always wanted to cut that, and we did. We cut that grill, and then...
And you guys did that here?
We did that in-house, yeah. Actually, it was funny because I bought that grill from Michael Driscoll and cut it up one day and told Braxton, hey, weld it up. Let's see what we can do with it.
How many hours do you think you have in the grill?
I think we probably have 60 hours in that grill. I mean, there's a lot of hours. If you look at every single thing, every single little fin on that grill had to be filled in and, put back.
I saw the pictures of it when it was being done, and there's a lot of work in it.
Oh, there's a whole heck of a lot of work in it. Yeah. So, but, to get the proportions right as well, we had to do some kind of tricks to make it fit, because what happened was when Kirk built the car, I think he kind of extended the hood at the bottom a little bit and then tilted it tilted the grill back to match the chop and to match the louvers on the side of this car. So that was the cool details that he did to this car. There was a lot of things that, well, he had a Hemi in it, an early Hemi, a 241 Hemi. The 241 Hemi just didn't work for me. It just wasn't reliable. Everywhere I went, especially on a road trip,
Or if you did break down, where are you going to find parts?
If I did break down, I just couldn't find any parts for it. And I did break down a couple times, and that's what kind of made me go to a newer motor, a newer style motor. So with that being said, we took the Hemi out. We put a new motor in it, TKX. I mean,
so it's got a 5-speed. What did it
It's got
have
a
before?
5-speed.
Was it a 3-speed or?
it had a 4-speed. I think it had
Okay.
like an S10 transmission
Okay.
in it, which was cool, but like I said, it just really wasn't for me and traveling. And it had 3 deuces on it too. So the adjustability and going from here to different elevations, it was always adjusting. We were always trying to, fix it for the elevation, and it just never ran right. So I just said, the heck with it. I'm going to go ahead and put a newer, not a modern motor. I mean, we went with the small block Chevy. I mean, I know it's one of those things that, hey.
But if you're going to drive it and you can get parts anywhere.
I know, and I apologize to those purists out there, but hey, I drive.
We don't care.
We don't care. I drive the heck out of my car, and that's the thing. So I put a small block in it. I sent it out. They built the radiator for this car, and
So who
US
did the
Radiator.
yeah.
US Radiator. That's another partner, actually.
So vendor partner with opposing cylinders. Again, check out the website. They give you, I want to say, 10 to 15% off of their radiators, and they build it custom for you.
Built it custom for me. I actually took it there to Alabama, and they were just amazing guys. And they unloaded the car and said, hey, we're going to kind of build it to the old radiator, but kind of put a little bit more flare in it. And then what I wanted was a little bit better fan in it. So we went and we put a brushless fan in it. So now we shouldn't have any heating problem. I mean, cooling problems at all with that car. And then there was a lot of other things that we did to this car.
Tell me about the side here, because you guys made all this metal work.
So when I started putting this car back together, there was a few pieces that just didn't fit in this puzzle. I always thought there should be something in between the hood and the frame that would cover up all the,
So this wasn't actually here then
that wasn't
before.
there. No,
There was nothing there. It was just a hood.
no, it was just a hood, and it went over the frame.
Okay.
A lot of times, well, the problem with this car is that it's channeled. Not a problem, but it's channeled, so you really couldn't get that. Fendered cars or unchanneled cars have this piece that comes over here that goes and meets up with the fender and meets up with the hood, and it kind of covers all that. So Braxton and I came up with a solution for that, and we wanted to make it flow and kind of cover up a little bit of that ugliness there. And then, so we built that piece. We did change it from we split the wishbones on this car. The bad thing is it had the bones that went to the center, and it would just drag everywhere. This car sits so low that I had a problem with everywhere I went, it would just hit those bones.
Right.
So splitting the wishbones was the best possible solution for this. Kind of gave it a little bit more drivability. We also had a F4 steering box in it, and the F4 steering box didn't have the proportions that I liked. So I turned around and we put a Vega steering box, obviously, make it more drivable. Rebuilt the whole front end. I mean, everything is brand new in it. It's
So really, I mean, I'm looking at it. New grill, radiator, engine, wishbones, all the metalwork here, shocks, headlights, brakes.
move the firewall back.
Move the firewall back.
New interior. We're going to start building all the tunnel for it now. It's got to have a transmission tunnel. All the whole front firewall was built up now.
New transmission, I see that.
We
New steering column.
New steering column, new gauges. We
Rewired?
actually rewired the whole thing. We've actually changed out the gas tank now too, because the gas tank that it had in it, it fit well, but it just didn't fit to my liking. So when I try and do the interior, I'm gonna try and hide that a little bit more. So we've changed the gas tank as well. It's gonna have a new quick change. The quick change is gonna be on order here pretty quick. The problem with this quick change is that we went to a more a motor with more horsepower. With that 241, it wasn't bad to have the rear end that it had, but it's got the small axles. With the small axles, I'm afraid that can't do any burnouts with it. And hey, during the hot rod of the year.
So are you gonna have a quick change for sale?
Gonna have a quick change for sale. I think I already have a buyer for that though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the motor sold.
The motor sold within like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great motor, don't get me wrong. It was just not a traveling motor for me.
And new tires and wheels.
Oh yeah, actually, we got new tires and wheels thanks to Terry, a friend of mine. He had these sitting in his attic, and Kevin and I went to go visit him one day, and I said, "Hey Terry, you still got those wheels? They're 16s in the front, 18s in the back." And he goes, "Yes, I do." And his wife, with the first thing she said, "Get those wheels out of here." So I thought, all right, let's see what he wants for them, and we bought them from him and
loaded them up in the truck.
Loaded them up in the truck, and the first thing I did was get them back down here and put them on. And what it's done is it's changed the look of the car, because when you first saw the car sat a lot lower in the back and it sat really low in the front. So I wanted to kind of give it a little bit more of an aggressive look, and now I think it's got the aggressive look that I really like. There'll be a lot more stuff that'll be finished too, like we're going to change logos here, and there'll be a lot of different things, and then we'll probably do some roof work as well, and just a lot of little things that need to be done with it, and
so it should be out and going this year in 2025.
It should,
right? Because I mean, a lot of the major stuff is done. You just need to kind of finish up, but it's also tough when you're doing customers' cars.
Yeah.
Right?
When we get an hour a night, 2 hours a night, once we're done with customers' cars, we get on it and we try and fix it. And obviously, the new motor's sitting over there in the corner. So with that sitting over there, we got to put that in here. And we had a bad situation with it when we got the radiator. When we built the radiator, they did a great job, but we have to move it back another inch. They gave us as much as they possibly could, but those new fans that they have, they're a lot thicker. So that was the first thing we should have done. We should have probably done the radiator and then mounted the motor, but we didn't. So it's not a big deal. We'll move it back an inch and we'll be good with it. So
well, it's an amazing car, Gil. I really love it. I mean, this thing on the road is going to be super cool. I want Kyle to show one more vehicle in here, just another customer's car. We'll give you a quick walk around in there. One more vehicle we wanted to show you real quick is this Bronco. What year, do you know what year it is?
This one is you had to ask me, I'm not a Bronco guy.
Is it 60s?
70?
It's in the 60s, and it's a Bronco.
68, 70, I think, 70?
We know what year it is. We're just teasing you to see if you know.
I have no idea what year it is.
It's a super nice Bronco. We'll show you a little bit around that. But thanks for watching today's episode. We really appreciate it. Again, check out the big announcement we made in the previous episode about our road tour. We hope that some of you can join us. It'll be on the website here soon. We'll make another announcement. Check out the website, OpposingCylinders.com. Become a member today, whether it be a club or a crew member. Get discounts from your favorite vendor partners, such as Speed and Design here as well. Gil, if someone wants to follow you on Instagram.
Just get on speed_design. Remember to put that underscore. A lot of guys can't find it. They look at Speed and Design and it takes them to somewhere in, I don't know, Netherlands or something.
Speed underscore.
There is a Speed and Design somewhere else and it's something weird. So don't go there. Speed_design, or we're on Facebook too. I mean, I don't have a website, but Kevin usually promotes me really good. So
But thanks for watching today. We'll see you on the road. We have a lot of episodes in California as well from the Grand National Roadster Show. So until the next episode, we'll see you on the road, and join us on Drive 2025 with Speed and Design and Opposing Cylinders.
Take care, everyone.